Yes, what's happening, people? Just out and about for a bit of a stroll there, and I've seen a few people online about this cannon this and cannon that and all this stuff about them, right? First off, I'm going to start by how Cannon portrays himself online compared to what Cannon is in real life is a sausage. I had an interaction with Cannon in real life. Before I knew who Cannon was or what Cannon was about, I met Andre before I was aware of what Andre was up to online. It wasn't until afterwards, till I asked the boys in the local area, and they pulled up a video and said, "Was this the fella you were speaking to?" And I said, yeah. He was the complete polar opposite to the person I was at the meeting in real life. And I'm going to explain that interaction now, right? But just starting off with, Cannon online, behind the screen, tucked away, protected, knowing no one can get at him, is a different Cannon to when Cannon is in real life situation. He portrays himself as a fragile, soft bag of excrement. That's the best way to put it. He is the prime example of a sack of excrement, a soft bag of brown fecal matter. That's what he is, right? So I'm going to go. I was walking across it. I'm in Wexford, right? And Cannon was down this way for a while. But I crossed a bridge. There's a bridge in the town I'm in Wexford. I walked over that bridge one day, and the chap was outside a block of apartments. And I was chatting away to him. He's at the saying, "Oh well, how are you?" And I says, yeah, chatting away to him, this, that and the other. And my first impression, I didn't know who Cannon was now, keep this in mind. I never knew what Cannon was about online, or his name was even Cannon. He told me his name was Alex. And then I found out afterwards he was going by Cannon, and his real name is Andre, right? So, it's like, what I gathered from the conversation, like, oh, that fella looked a bit fragile, a bit soft, like. He's a bit soft, you feel sorry on him, like. He looked a bit nervous and all, you know what I mean? Oh, in hindsight, I realise now why he was nervous. Because all the stuff he was spewing up online, and all this, like, strap up and all this, and the Irish are all racist and all. If I knew then what I know now, right, I would have had a proper chat, a proper chat, a big Irish chat with Andre, and explain to him, not every person in Ireland is a racist. There's racists in every nationality, creed. Every country on the planet has some sort of racism. Let it be black to white, white to black, Chinese to black, Hispanic to black, Chinese to Hispanic, white to Hispanic, Hispanic to white. Racism exists in every form of life, right? Not Cannon's perception of racism, right? If Cannon felt that strongly and didn't just chat waffle and wasn't such a big bag of fecal matter, right? A big bag of brown excrement, fecal matter dribbling down his legs in a real life situation, right? He'd act out on that. He'd be in presence. He'd be fighting against this supposed racism. Cannon, you're just a sausage, right? A sausage is a sausage in real life, no matter if it's black, white, yellow, green, or every other shade you can think of, right? A sausage, a simpleton, a bag of excrement, an absolute waster, right? You're soft. You're not this big hard man. You have to look over your shoulder all your life because you're fragile and afraid. You're like a whippet. You had about 7 jackets on that time I seen you over there, over the bridge here in Wexford. You're soft, kid. You're fragile. You're about 6 stone soaking wet with about 7 layers of clothing on you. You're no good. You know what I mean? And from what I can gather, you were ran out of this place anyway. The boys told me. You were ran out of this area for all the hate you were spreading. For all this race baiting and all this race-based hatred you were trying to spread. That's another thing. Didn't your man Tommy Robinson supposedly get jailed for trying to spread hate, incite hatred towards another race? And that what the terms that they tried to lock him up on. Are you not doing the same thing? If a white man was to come on and say the things you were saying online, would that be not would that be not classed as trying to incite hate towards a race of people? You're on here trying to incite hate Every other nationality outside of Irish should turn on the Irish people and strap up. Cannon, you're soft. You're like that Benjamin fella. And this, while we're on the subject, this Benjamin fella, right? I'm going to leave the Cannon soft bag of excrement at that, right? The soft bag of fecal matter, because that's all he is, and all he'll ever be. He's a coward. He's a waster. He's a no-good. He'll never stand out face to face with anyone and back up his words. He'll just hide behind the screen, move in the darkness of the night, have about 7 layers of clothing on, because he's only about 5.5, 6 stone soaking wet boys. He's a waster, like. You know what I mean? But yeah, Benjamin. This Benjamin fella now is supposedly in some mental asylum. Benjamin is the same as this Cannon fella, if not more vivid. He's more vivid with his words. He's more like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. The Cannon fella is dangerous and sneaky and manipulative in the way he words things, in the way he phrases things. He's a sneaky, dirty, rotten horror, right? But the Benjamin fella is a dirty, horrible fella. He's just coming straight out and saying he's coming at kids and he's going to do this, that and the other. The two birds of a feather flock together, so they reckon, and the two of them are a match made in heaven, and they'll both get their up and comings one day, like. You know what I mean? Stop race baiting people. Stop trying to incite hate towards the native white Irishman. Stop trying to manipulate a narrative to suit your own narrative. Stop manipulating the easily led. See, people like the easily led, people that think similar to the Cannon fella because it suits their narrative. They like to play the victim, you know what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't mind having a chat with Benjamin and Cannon myself, because Cannon, if I knew in that situation, in that time, in that place, who you were and what you were about, we would have had a good chat. I would have stuck a camera on you and we would have seen the real Andre. We would have seen what the real Andre is about. We would have stuck a camera on you and see where's the big bad Rastafari man gone. The big bad man to strap up and man them, you know what I mean? Because you're just a bag of excrement, a big brown bag of excrement, and it would have been running down your legs. Because you're no good, you're a waster. And yeah, go on people, have a good day. You up or that?